first of all, we'll just go right into it as to why most properties listed for sale today in today's market don't sell. It might not be most of them, but there's a lot of them that don't sell. And, it would probably surprise people, the statistic of homes that don't sell. I mean, when we look at our MLS as to what's on the market right now, there's probably over 10,000 that are on the market and only 3,000 sell a month. So that means that everybody's house isn't going to sell this month, obviously. And it also means that there's a lot of them that don't sell. So you want to go ahead and tell us a little bit about the percentage that don't sell?
Yeah, many of the home sellers make the assumption that their home will sell. All they have to do is put it out there, put a sign in the yard, but in reality, about 29% of all listings do not sell. Most do not understand that the price for any big ticket item is a function of supply and demand, and that buying a home is a process, not an event. Most sellers make decisions based on emotional ties to their property instead of looking at the property from the buyer's point of view, like what's in it for them. And sellers choose realtors that look good, sound good, but lack proper marketing training, knowledge, and experience for selling in today's marketplace.
And the first thing that you need to do, obviously, is to understand why you're selling your home. Wouldn't you say, Danielle?
Yes. Yeah, the motivation to sell is a determining factor as to how you will approach the process. It does affect everything from what you set your asking price at to how much time, money, effort you're willing to invest in order to prepare your home for sale. For example, if your goal is for a quick sale, this would determine one approach. And if you want to maximize your profit, the sales process might take longer, thus determining a different approach.
So as a seller, you want to get a selling price as close to the list price as possible. If you start out by pricing it too high, sometimes you run the risk of not being taken seriously by buyers and their agents. And if you price it too low, it can result in selling for much less than you were hoping for. And one of the things that, I know Danielle from experience as well as I do, is that, a lot of times if the house is priced too high, people won't even look at it.
Yep. Happens quite often.
Yeah. We actually have a chart that we keep in the office that kind of sets the bullseye that shows that you can tell if the price is on target. And the first thing that you're going to find is if you don't even have anybody looking at your house, then you know it's definitely too high. If you have people looking at it and they're not making any offers, then it's still too high.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get in that sweet spot, when you hit the bullseye, then that's when people are actually getting the right price. You're in the range.
If you live in a subdivision, if your home is compromised of similar or identical floor plans built in the same period, simply look at recent sales in your neighborhood subdivision. It gives you a good idea of what your home is worth.
Yeah, and this is really important because when you're in a subdivision, and there's a lot of people now that sometimes they've upgraded a lot, but the upgrades will make your house stand out from the other homes, but it won't necessarily bring in a lot more money. And that is the biggest fallacy that people have when they're looking at houses.